guys, and welcome back to yet another video. It is so good to see you again. In this video, I just want to give you guys a really helpful tip for how you can enter back into a dream. So we've all had a dream that we wish we didn't wake up from, whatever that means to you. And some dreams just end right before the plot or right before something insane happens, or maybe it was just a really beautiful, peaceful experience and you just did not want it to end. Well, the good news is that we don't have to just wake up and go about our day after we wake up from a really powerful dream. We can actually go back into the dream, and so I'm going to teach you one of my favorite ways to do that, and it's extremely simple and you can literally start this today. For those of you who don't know, my name is Haylee. I go by the Lucid Mystic on YouTube, and I am a lucid dreaming and out-of-body experience coach who helps people enter altered states of consciousness for life transformation and healing. So if you like the content that I create on this channel, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content, and maybe check out my second channel, the Lucid Mystic's Sleep Music, for your nightly binaural beats, astral projection, and lucid dreaming sleep music. Now, when it comes to entering back into a dream, it's actually very, very simple, and we can harness this skill by using the liminal state. So we've heard of liminal dreaming on this channel, and if you are new to liminal dreaming, and maybe you're new to this channel as well, liminal dreaming is on the cusp of sleep. So it's between wakefulness and it's between sleep. We enter this state when we're going into a nap. We enter this state every single night when we're falling asleep, and even when we're waking up. This is literally when we are half awake, half asleep. And there are a couple things that will tell you when you're in this state. Now, you may be familiar with this. As you're kind of falling asleep or maybe even waking up, you will see those flashing colors, those dream images, maybe flashes of light, and then your thoughts start to trail off. You start to have like really random thoughts that don't really make sense. And this is because your subconscious mind is opening, getting prepared for the dream state, or coming out of it if you're waking up, and your conscious mind is kind of closing, and that's why we can start to think random stuff that doesn't even really make sense in this state. We can also enter this state, maybe you're in the passenger seat of a car and you're on a really long car ride, or maybe you're on a plane and you're just kind of closing your eyes. You can still hear what's happening around you, but you are entering a much deeper state. Now, this state can be used for so many things, including remembering the dream that you just had, so building dream recall, ideas. This is where our creativity lies. We can get really good ideas in this state and even problem solve day-to-day problems that maybe we didn't have a solution to before. But we can also use this state to induce lucid dreams and out-of-body experiences, and also go back into the dreams that we were just having. So if you wake up from a dream, let's say that you just had a super cool dream, you really aren't done with it yet, you really want to go back into the dream, all you have to do is completely relax again. Probably write down your dreams first. I always emphasize writing down your dreams, using your dream journal every single day, and that's going to help you remember more dreams over time. That's going to give you more content to work with in your dream journal that's actually going to help you get lucid, and it will help you figure out what your dream signs are, and it will really help you be able to rehearse the dream when you go back to sleep if you write it down and you know the details. That's pretty important for this technique. Pretty much once you wake up and you want to go back into a dream, you're going to lay down and get really, really relaxed. Now, you don't really want to move around a lot. You don't want to think a lot. You just want to focus on maintaining a little bit of awareness as you allow yourself to completely relax. And again, you'll know when you're in the right state because your mind will start to kind of trail off. It's also the state that if you try to like count yourself to sleep, or maybe you're counting to keep yourself awake during a technique, if you're counting and you start to notice you're like losing which number you're on and your mind's starting to trail off, you're in the liminal state. And again, you will also experience visuals that accompany this, like bright flashes of light, dream images, and so on. In this state, that's when you want to start rehearsing the dream that you just had. So maybe I just had the coolest dream ever, something crazy was about to happen, and I wake up. I'm going to allow myself to get really comfortable, go back into that state, close my eyes, of course, and allow myself to completely relax in the state that I am in the place that I am in. Now I'm going to rehearse this dream. I'm going to mentally rehearse this dream in my head with as much detail as possible. This will also help with dream recall, by the way. If you're just waking up and you haven't written your dreams down yet, rehearse it in your head before you write it down. Just remain still, and it's almost like you were telling someone about the dream you just had. Do that in your head, walking yourself through the process, what you saw, what you smelt, what you felt, the people that were around, the story that was playing out. You want to replay it as vividly as possible and as slowly as possible. You really want to take your time with this. And this is also powerful because your brain does not know when you are dreaming, when you are imagining something, or when something's actually happening. It's all the same to the brain. So this is one other way that we can harness this, is just making it feel as real as possible. So you want to allow yourself to enter that really deep state where your subconscious mind starts to open. And if you wake up directly from a dream, you're in REM sleep. You're most likely in REM sleep for sure. So you will be able to go back into the dream state as well. And if you want to continue the dream you just had instead of starting a new one, you'll harness the power of your last dream and replay that in your mind with as much detail as possible. Now, once you get to the spot that you left off at, so when the dream ended, once you are replaying it really, really slowly and you get to that spot where you woke up, you can actually just continue the dream of what did you want to happen next? What would be really cool if it happened next? You're almost going to continue the dream in your mind like it happened and walk yourself through with as much detail as possible. And you can also do this a couple times. Let's say that you do that for a while, you replay the dream where you left off, and then you also add some on, like what you would want to happen next. You're going to start kind of replaying that slowly until you fall asleep. Now, a lot of times you will either continue the same dream, kind of where you left off, or you will get into a new dream that kind of has a similar storyline that really connects to the last dream that you're having. And this is called dream chaining. That's what I call it anyways. So I do this all the time. And now, like before, I was dreaming, I was probably having like 5 to 7 separate dreams. But I've been having like the coolest, most exciting dreams lately. So I've actually wanted to continue those dreams. So now I'm having about average 2 really long, vivid dreams a night, because I've kind of learned to dream chain. And if I wake up from one and I want to continue it, I just take myself back to that space. And my brain believes that I'm actually dreaming still, because it can't tell the difference between something you're mentally rehearsing and something that's actually happening. So this is the easiest technique to incubate a dream that you've already had. You can also do this with new dreams. This is kind of along the lines of the mild technique, or the mnemonic induced lucid dream technique. You can create a whole new dream that you haven't had before, and you can rehearse it in your mind with as much vivid detail as possible until you fall asleep. Now, if you're going to do that with a new dream, I also recommend dream planning. So you have your dream journal, but you should also have a dream planning journal. That way you can plan out the dreams you want to have next and your next lucid dreams. That way, when you do get lucid or you do have a dream, you don't feel lost, specifically with lucid dreams. So many times we'll get lucid and we'll be so excited, but then we didn't really have a plan. We didn't really know what to do because we didn't take time to actually plan out what we wanted to do in the lucid dream. And sometimes that alone can cause our dreams to end prematurely and we'll just wake up. So dream planning is such a powerful thing to do. Now, it's not something that you have to do every single night. Pretty much I will just make the next plan for my next lucid dream, for example. And again, you can use this for regular dreams too. But I will plan out the next lucid dream that I want to have in vivid detail, and what I'm going to do as soon as I get lucid, how I'm going to stabilize the dream, and the outcome at the end of the dream, and how I'm going to feel. And then if I accomplish it that night, like I actually accomplish my dream planning goal that night, then I'll just create a new one the next day. But if not, I will just read my dream plan before bed every single night, walk myself through the process, and then I will just keep doing that until I actually follow through with that dream plan. Now, I do have some videos on this technique. It's just a 3-step dream planning technique, so I definitely recommend checking that out. But it's very, very simple. You pretty much just plan out your dream with vivid detail, writing like, when I get lucid, or in my next lucid dream, or just next dream, this is going to happen. Then you kind of draw a very simple picture of it, because the brain loves having a definition or words with a visual picture. And then you're going to write out what you actually call out to the dream. This is called your sankalpa. So what, if you get lucid, how are you going to manifest that dream plan? So maybe you want to hang out with your grandmother who's passed away. once you get lucid, what are you going to call out to the sky or the subconscious to make that happen? That's pretty much your sankalpa or your mantra. And then you just write out the outcome of that. So you write out the dream plan in text, you draw a picture of it, you write out the mantra you're going to use to actually manifest that within the dream, and then the outcome of what happened at the end of the dream, how do you feel, what was accomplished. So I guess it's kind of a 4-step lucid dreaming plan if you include the mantra that you choose. But it's super, super easy, and again, you can use this for regular dreams as well. This helps us make sure that we go in every single night with an intention and we don't lose track or focus within the lucid dream. So you can definitely use this to dream chain as well and just plan out the next dreams you want to have. And then when you do want to go back into a dream, just take yourself back into the liminal state, mentally rehearse it, and you can even choose what happens next. And a lot of the time, that will actually happen if you can do the technique correctly and carry yourself into that state. It's incredible. You can choose the dreams that you want to have, just like we can choose our thoughts and our feelings and our choices. We can also choose the dreams that we have. And sometimes there will be surprises thrown in there as well, obviously, but we have a lot more control over what our nighttime routine or nighttime experiences look like, more than we think. So let me know if you have tried this technique, let me know if you have any questions, and let me know how this technique works for you, if it actually works. And if you have tried dream planning or lucid dreaming planning, let me know how that goes as well. I would love to hear from you guys. This is a technique that I use all the time. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining in this video. Keep in mind, we have live streams every single Monday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you want to join in on the live stream, if you have some questions or you just want to come hang out with us, make sure to join the live stream Monday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then of course, subscribe if you haven't and you like the content that is created on this channel. Let me know what you want to see next. And my second YouTube channel, the Lucid Mystic Sleep Music, make sure to check that out if you are looking for nightly lucid dreaming and out-of-body experience binaural beats sleep music. I love you guys so much. Thanks again for tuning in this video, and as always, I'm sending you endless love and endless lucidity.